stage and I can prove it. See? Now it says it down at the bottom. And as the title says, I'm testing the YoloBox Pro. Now, yeah, get this out the way. Not testing these today. So this is my first time. I'm a bit late to the game. The YoloBox Pro has been out for at least a year now. The original YoloBox, I know that some videos have been up on it for, it's got to be 2-3 years now. But I'll double check exactly when it came out. But I'm testing it right now. And I have a couple of cameras set up so that we can get a couple of different views. Boy, the white balance wasn't done on that one. I have the Blackmagic Studio camera that doesn't seem to be pointing at me right now. I'll have to fix that. And then, of course, there's the Pocket 6K, which looks the best right now. So we're doing this impromptu live stream so I can test this thing out some more. So if I fumble over a couple of words, don't worry about it. Really got to get the white balance on the EVA1 set. This looks really funny. So this is a quick test. Hang on. I don't know why that one's pointing off so poorly. This is why you need some help when you do this. So one of the things that everybody has spoken about is the ease of use, how this has made live streaming. People are happy to do live streaming now because they're using the YoloBox. Now, let's see if I can. This is it upside down. So what you have is a very simple interface. If you've ever worked with the Sling Studio, this reminds me very much of the Sling Studio, where you have your assets available, you have your different camera shots at the click of a button. And the reason why I bring up the Sling Studio specifically is because I decided to look at this YoloBox. I came across it as I was looking for a replacement. There's a job I'm working with, it's actually a church, and they've been using the Sling Studio. And they wanted to move up. Now the Sling Studio is no longer supported. They wanted to move up to something. Now I went to my tried and true, always works vMix. I actually have a NUC that I put in there, an Intel NUC, an AMD NUC that I put in running vMix with one PTZ camera and one Canon Vixia. And it works great. The features of vMix, it just works perfectly in this situation. Perfectly for me, because I'm familiar with vMix. When I'm ready to train people on it, vMix is so powerful that, and there's so many different features in it, it may be a bit overkill for this situation. So I was looking for something that's a bit more simplistic, a bit easier to just jump in, set your streaming point, start streaming. And so that's why I've come across this YoloBox Pro. And one of the reasons is the extra inputs versus the YoloBox, the upgrades to it. And I found it on B&H, not advertising for them, I didn't get this for free, but I'm using this to see if it would work as a good replacement. So one of the things, the ability to add overlays, very simply, and the ability to easily stream. You can put an SD card in it and run files right off the SD card. So one of the things that this church likes to do is have its intro, its graphics, and the lower thirds and the outro, all on an SD card, because they sort of do a new one each week, especially with credits. They're giving credits to the music that they play within the service. And I set it up, I set vMix up, pointing to a shared folder where I can upload the file, and then once I open up vMix, hit reload, boom, the credits are there. However, if someone had to do something on the fly, they would have to build it right out of vMix, and so I'd have to train someone to do that, as opposed to creating the file, putting it on an SD card, giving them the SD card, and then they load it right up. Now, I would love to show you the interface, and I might set this up at another time, and I could easily show you the interface, but there are quite a few good videos out there that I'll link to, which talks about the YoloBox Pro and how simple it is. I just wanted to give it a test and see how well it works. What I should do, that would be interesting. I need to send out the screen, like I have it connected to my monitor here. Well, I could have just put a camera over the shoulder so you can see it. If you'll sit tight, can I do that without making a mess? Probably not, but we're going to try it anyway. This is live, and we're just having fun. Nothing important. Hang on a second. Let's see if I can do this without breaking anything. And I'm going to guess that I'm going to break something. Okay, we got one thing disconnected. Don't worry, I'm still here making a ton of noise. I just have to move. Oh, boy. Now we'll get this set up. And we'll zoom in. And of course, I don't have my zoom in lens. Nah, that's not good enough. All right, we'll swap out lenses. To one of my favorites, my 24-105 Canon. I never realized how heavy the 18-35 Sigma is. This thing is a beast. All right. Put this back on the shelf. I wish I could square it right up. And this is a literal over-the-shoulder shot. Boom. That's not the best way to do it. There's got to be an easier way to do this. But what I would really want to do is feed the video from the output back into the input. Now, how would I do that? And record. Oh. So now I'm recording to the SD card that came in the box. Okay, so this is a little bit too much over the shoulder. So that's just a simple look. What I can do is at another time, I'll just record the output and be able to show exactly what it looks like. Now, hopefully the audio is fine. I'm using my the Rode Wireless Go. But if I had my headphones right here, I would monitor the audio. There's quite a few settings we have here. SD card management, so you can see everything. Now it's interesting, I clicked record, but it's not showing that it's actually recording. It still says 0 bytes used. Funny, program out is set to off, but it's working right now. Obviously, because you're looking at it. We can change the video source transitions. Translation. That's an interesting one. What does translation do? Okay, that's... I always remember the old adage, there's only two real transitions, cut and fade. Even though times past, different movies have used different things. Video source transitions, cross zoom. Wow. I obviously have the gain up on this one too much, and I don't have it pointing at my face, but that's fine. We're already 10 minutes into this video, and I'm just going through testing a few things. Ooh, I do not like that transition. Let's go, window slice. Anyway, let's go back to cut. All right, so this is just a quick video on this. So what my next move is, I'm going to go in, because weekly we do the streaming for the church. I'm going to go in and work with the YoloBox and see if it works for them, because it might be something that I suggest that they get. Now, the big difference with vMix is with the PTZ cameras, I can actually control the PTZ within vMix. When I discovered it, once I read up and realized that I could do that, it has been phenomenal, because within vMix I set up each shot, each different angle, as a separate shot. So as soon as I click on that angle, the PTZ will move there. With the YoloBox, I will have to get a PTZ controller, which it does add to the cost. But when you think about not needing a computer, not needing software, everything is within the YoloBox itself, and I believe the Pro is currently $12.98. A controller would be about $1,100. So when you factor in the cost of vMix license plus a computer plus everything that comes with it, mouse, keyboard, whatever, and monitor, let's see what the savings comes out to be. You may end up saving money, and you can still program the PTZ controller with all the different angles. So it may be a wash, but in some ways the YoloBox may still be easier for them to use. I guess that's it for now. We don't want this dragging on too long, but I'll come back to this and I don't have to do a review on it. Like I said, there's quite a few reviews out there online. This is actually a practical use case, and see if it's going to work for me. So thank you for watching. Click subscribe. You'll get more of this. I still have to do this microphone test. I'm going to actually call some people and find out some of the best ways to do a microphone test. And there is the belief that you can only have 4 USB. Oh, we'll talk about that another time. Just stay tuned. We're talking about Ingest Cards and how many can go on a USB-C device. So stay tuned for that. But once again, let's see here. Once again, as you can see from the lower third, and I could build more, and they're very easy to build, as a matter of fact. Let me cut to this. Sometimes I just can't get away from myself. Here we go. So we're gonna do, you know what? I can't do it because I didn't load up my logo on the card. And since I'm using the card to record to right now, I won't be able to just take it out and use it. But here's a lower third, rolling caption. We'll enter the text. I love the recursive. Robert is great. You guys don't have to believe it, I believe it, and that's all that matters. And we'll add some spaces behind it. This is why these things are hard to do live, because you'll end up going crazy. All right. How do I edit that now? There we go. You hold the button down to edit, and then we're going to move this. Hold the button down to edit. We're going to move it to the bottom. We're going to change the background color. And we're gonna go, see? Robert is great. Ooh, I'd rather have a full bar across the whole bottom. I'm not sure I like that. But it's just that simple. Didn't I say this would be short? Now we're to 15 minutes. Well, look, thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, feel free to subscribe, put down in the chat, and let me know what you think. And have a great, wonderful day, and here's hoping you see me soon.